I'm in the transition stage, so I have to switch glasses a little bit. So thank you all for coming out tonight. I'm gonna echo a lot of the sentiments that Jill just spoke about. We do need to make some changes. We really need to make some changes. I'm Mike Murphy, and I'm on the ballot for a position on the San Francisco Board of Supervisors. The board's the legislative branch of our city government. The race is a nonpartisan race, but in machine politics in San Francisco, it's famously not so. San Francisco politics are dominated by deep, blue-blooded career politicians. They're Democrats, they're fake moderates, they're fake progressives, and they're all vying for a place in the pipeline to Sacramento and beyond. So we make trades too, that's because there are trade-offs. There's no party affiliation that appears to anyone's name on the ballot in our municipal races in San Francisco. I'm listed as an educator. I teach eco-literacy, basic ecology, to our district's youngest students, pre-K, TK, elementary age students in the San Francisco Unified School District. It's a public school program. I started it, and I've seen it through for the last 5 years now. I've always been a Green. I've never been part of either of the corporate party system. Thank you. As an educator with hands in the dirt, business with a living. My business is with a living. And I'm working with children. And I'm constantly reminded that it's the little ones who lean on us. They're our future. They're leaning on us. They're depending on us. And as a member of the San Francisco Green Party County Council, which is an elected position, I've helped bring others into our party. And when I do so, I let them know that we're an activist party. We are an activist party. We do things. And as you know, as activists, we're busy these days. We're super busy. There are a lot of fights. There's no other time than this. Our lives are precious. We have to resist. As a city, San Francisco is under the control of the tech real estate monopoly. I can do this too. Yeah, I'll use my dad voice and my classroom voice, and maybe I'll give you a little slack at the beginning too. Okay. In San Francisco, the mayor's office, the mayor's just this one's not good either.
Can you try this microphone? We can hear you back there.
Can everyone hear me?
Definitely batteries here.
Hold on a second. I'll just speak up, and if you can't hear me, just raise your hand and I'll
Sounds better already.
go louder. The mayor's just a puppet in San Francisco. And the supervisors, they sold out the city. They just assisted with the business planning that goes on behind closed doors. I live in the most gentrified city in the United States. We live in the most gentrified geographic area in the United States. Gentrification is a slow process. It's a deliberate process. It's a process based on policies that come out of our system of government. And it's a broken system. On a basic level, they, the less than 0.01%, want to take the communities that we've invested our lives, energies, hopes, and dreams in making, and they want to replace us with people who make more money so that they, less than 0.1%, can make more money. That's on a basic level. And they've done so with a deliberate strategy. Tech loan, real estate investment, insurance, lumping. Biotech, lumping. Workers brought into our neighborhoods, making high salaries, short-term visits like tourists to our areas to replace us. Gentrification and all of the talk, all the affordable babble talk are about the scheme of making homes, not for people, but for exotic capital and a globalized financialization of our cities. And it's not just here, it's cities of people, culture, communities, deep history, everywhere. And we're supposed to sit back and tolerate it. They built a system where we're all dollar chasing. I lived and worked in New York City in the early 90s. The community I lived in is gone. My former workplace is gone. They've been replaced by strip malls for billionaires and limos hauling next generation inheritors of the universe to their private schools. Now the same things have been happening in San Francisco. We're being turned into generias with little pockets of touristic experiences. Walled enclaves for the super rich, with peripheries to store a servant class. I'm a working class professional. I will not be displaced and placed somewhere else to become part of a servant class. They're drinking fine wine, feeling fine, and we're left with a bad taste in the mouth like cheap Chardonnay. Wherever you go, you're the same as you always were. Good old days are gone. There's days I'm waking up thinking, yuck, the world. Every generation struggles, but lately it seems like the end of the road. It's been years we've been fighting. Years we've been fighting, just protecting our homes. So what do we do with this? It's bottom of the nine, down to the last strike. No one's going to give us a trophy for showing up for this fight. No one's going to give us a trophy for our participation in this class war. When there's an instance of injustice, we stand up. An act of injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We all have to stand up right now. You got my back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But who's got my front? That's my question. Who's got my front? Well, you know what? It's time for us to lead. It's time for us to lead. We're old school, but we're not going out. We're not going out without fighting. I'm running for public office to represent the neighborhood I call home in a city I've known and called home for more than 20 years. Most of my adult life. I'm on the street meeting and talking with neighbors who know that their so-called representatives in government are blind or preoccupied, and everything's been monopolized, and they got left behind like beach toll. We need to occupy the political process. Nobody ever said it'd be easy, and you should believe me, if we put one foot in front of the next, just keep moving, take baby steps, we will get wins. Across the country, Greens are winning elected offices. When we win, when more of us win, from the hyper-local to the national, everyone wins. Everyone. You know why we win, and you know why everyone wins. Because we value participatory democracy. But we must be uncompromising when we get there. We must not be corruptible. We must be incorruptible. Because compromises and corruption have brought us to this place in time of corporate predation and environmental crisis in the Anthropocene era. Greens are fit to lead. We've been knocked down, beat up, arrested, detained, threatened, confronted by thuggery and ignorance on both sides of the aisle. We still keep fighting. We still know how to smile. Life's a struggle, but we still laugh. If we were in positions of power where we could take it in and have it come and go, we would do better. We learned the rules from bumps and bruises. And we know how to heal. It's a privilege to stand for election. It's a hard thing to do, too. We choose the hard things sometimes because they're the right things to do. I encourage you to do that, too. Every one of you. Stand up and let's occupy the process. Let's support those who do, too. It's an honor to share the stage with fellow Greens tonight.
Thank you,
And
Mike.
I'm humbled by the opportunity to speak with all of you.
Thank you.